Hey, what's up guys? Jeremy here with Martial Arts Business Made Easy, and in today's video we're going to talk about how you can most effectively sell your product or service. All right guys, so when we're having the discussion about selling your product or service, we all know that sales is part of the process, right? We have to be able to market and we have to be able to sell. That way we can get clients, we can sign up memberships, and we can pay the bills, keep the lights on, pay our staff, and hopefully make a profit there at the end of the day. All right, now inside of that, we know that the sales process is one of, if not the most important part of the whole thing. Okay, so in order to be effective at selling your product or service, you need to have two things. One, you need to have an amazing product or service. And two, you need the confidence to be able to sell it. Now, I'll tell you a little story. When Donovan and I first opened Frequency Fitness and Charleston Taekwondo, I remember sitting down, we had this sales process, we called it the intro process, that we'd gotten from our business coach at the time, and it was a very detailed, very thought out process where we would first meet with the client, we would discuss their goals, just kind of sitting there at the desk with a clipboard and a notepad, and we'd build some rapport with them. Then we would shift and take them through a short 10 to 15 minute workout, have them experience a little bit of our coaching and what it might be like working out with us consistently. And then we would move back to the desk and have a conversation about how they felt and how our program might be able to help them. And I remember we would go through that. And for myself personally, when I was first kind of moving into that sales role, I didn't have a lot of confidence. And even though I really felt like our product was good, I didn't have enough reference experiences. I hadn't had enough victories, if you will, sales victories to really feel super confident in what we were selling. So I remember a lot of times we would go through the entire process, they'd have a great experience, and we would get to the part where it's time to actually close the sale, and I would kind of sheepishly move the pricing over and show them and say, right here it's $139 a month. And in my head, and I'm sure in my body language, what I was conveying was, really, I'll take anything you'll give me. Right? So we're saying, hey, it's $139 a month for 3 times a week or whatever it was. But really, we needed the money. We had bills to pay. We were working for free up to this point, and we needed this person to sign up, especially after I just invested an hour in them trying to demonstrate how our program can help them. And I'm sure this came across. So the cool thing that happened though was, as I got more reference experiences and as I got more victories in signing people up and signing people up and signing people up, a couple of times when you sign the pricing sheet over and you say, hey, it's $139 or it's $169 or whatever the price was at that time, and they say, okay, cool, and they just sign, and you realize that you've done such a great job of up to that point to where there's nothing else for them to think about. I realized that I could have said $199. I could have said $299. They might not have even blinked, and they just would have signed it and they would have been ready to go because we've built a great rapport and because we've demonstrated that we can solve their problem. Okay, so after I gained that confidence, after I got those little sales victories, then I was able to really help coach people through the process when they weren't just one of those easy layups, right? When they were a little more, they challenged me a little bit more, when they weren't quite ready to make that financial commitment, right? I was a little bit more equipped to handle those types of objections. Okay, so now circling back, the two things. One, you need a great product or service. Two, you need the confidence to sell it. Okay, so another line I used to use when I was selling is that, and this really was the truth, even though I wouldn't use this line anymore, but I would tell people, hey, look, I'm not great at sales, so what we've done here is we've made this so great and such a no-brainer for you that I don't have to sell it because it sells itself. Right? And that actually really worked, and it really was our philosophy because I was so nervous about selling. Okay, so going back to that point number one, make your product or your service so great that it really is a no-brainer. Right? For $139, they get to get your decades of experience. They get to get all the knowledge that you have. They get to get your attention. They get everything it is that that you've experienced, in your time on this earth and building your business, and they get it for $139 a month. That should be a no-brainer, really. Okay, if we convey the message properly and we do a good job of showing them that, hey, here's your problem, here's the solution we offer, and here's that bridge in between. Okay, so make your product, make your service so great that it really is a no-brainer. All right, and the other thing that happens is that once you do make it so great, you'll really believe internally that this really is great. Like, you actually need this, right? Whoever's sitting across from you, they actually need this once you're in tune with what their problem is. And you can really come from a sincere place saying, hey, you've got to sign up for this. It really is a no-brainer, to where you'll have the confidence to where if they do object, you're gonna know that there must be some sort of miscommunication. Right? There must be some sort of disconnect where you guys aren't on the same page, because if you were on the same page, it would be a no-brainer and they'd be signing up already. Right? And that inner confidence will come through when you're sitting there at the sales table, and you'll get more people to convert. All right, so recapping, in order to more effectively sell your program or service, invest back into the product or service, make it amazing, and then make sure you have the confidence to sell it. Make sure your sales team has the confidence to sell it, has the confidence to coach your prospects across that line so they can sign on the dotted line, so they can improve, and so you can keep the lights on and you can make a few bucks at the same time. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have an awesome day.